Hi guys.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Can you guys hear us, or is it like off like last time?
Actually, yeah, can you guys hear us at all?
Can you just type yes if you can
Yes,
hear
type
us?
yes if you can hear us.
Because we have something special for you today that we want to talk about, and I want to make sure you can guys hear us.
Yeah, we've been talking for the last couple hours, and really just wanted to share something with you guys. It's just pretty exciting, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so let's wait a couple of more minutes to see if these people can hear us, and then I'm gonna start the live stream.
Yeah, and if you can't hear us, just just let us know in the chat. We'll be able to see it.
Exactly. I don't know if people can hear it. Well, let's just give them you while we are waiting.
Yeah, check this place out. This place is beautiful. We come here all the time. It's kind of like home now.
Yeah, people know our names, and people are like welcoming us all the time.
Yeah, your environment is really everything.
Yep.
No matter what you're doing.
Yep.
You want to make sure you're in the optimized environment for who you are, what's going to make you, be the best you.
The best version of you.
The best version of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Can you guys hear us? Just type yes if you can hear. Yeah. Because I want to make sure people hear this. Hi there. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, guys. How you doing? So yeah, we have something really exciting to share with you. We're just talking about a lot of things that really apply to every single person. It doesn't really matter who you are, what you're going through, or where you are in life. It doesn't matter at all. We were just talking about how you think about your growth and your trajectory and your path, and exactly what that means to you, and how that can either promote or destroy really what you're trying to accomplish. And we came up with a lot of different things from our experiences that are really just worth sharing for everybody here.
Right, so the purpose of today's live stream is really just to share with you guys things that we realized, and maybe it's gonna help you on your journey. And if you are entrepreneur, if you are someone who is kind of like on the same page with us, we are both entrepreneurs, running our companies, and obviously we are facing challenges, and every day I see challenges, especially with my clients. Mark is seeing challenges with his clients, and we are discussing these challenges today. And we came to the point when we realized that I was just asking him like, oh, how are you doing on your sales, right? And he's like, yeah, like pretty good, but still, there's still people who are kind of cool. They want to work with us, but for whatever reason, people are having this limited mindset around. Is it around money, or is it around? It's a limited money mindset. Okay, so then I asked him like, what do you think? Why is that happening? Because when you think about it, like, why most of the people. Actually, this is the question I'm asking, maybe even you guys. Why most of the people have limiting money mindset? And then we started to analyze it. And then, I actually shared with Mark my own sort of money block that I had to overcome over the years. And to be honest, what's really going on if you are trying to build a business, if you're trying to build a life, if you're trying to be successful, and you don't overcome this block, which is, by the way, subconscious, this blog is running your life, or maybe several blogs. Especially when it comes to being successful, if you have actual fears to be successful, if you have actual blocks to be successful, you're never going to get there, because it is subconscious. And it's really that blog is sort of protecting you, right? The blog is there to protect you. It's definitely there to protect you. The purpose of the blog is to protect you, but you have to sort of remove the blog if you want to step into that new version of yourself, right? And whatever that is, it can be anything in your life that you want to create. But if you want to be successful, you need to first step into that future version of yourself. And therefore, I believe that the dream is literally your future. It's your future. Your dream is your future reality. But you need to be willing to step into it, because if you don't step into it, you are basically living in fear, and this fear is stopping you from being your best self, right? And money is just part of it. Like, obviously, if you want to even make more money, if you want to create wealth, if you want to, whatever it is you want in your life, it doesn't actually matter what area. Today's topic, we are talking about money, we're talking about, you know, sales and strategy and all of that. And basically I realized, actually I told Mark that, you know, I used to have this money block. I don't even know if it's money block, maybe it was success block, because when I was a little girl, you know, I grew up in a post-communist country, and right after the communism fall, you know, my dad was a successful entrepreneur, and then I grew up in a family we pretty much had the abundant life. But then there were many people, many classmates, many people around who would not necessarily like my family, and they would be jealous because these people were obviously coming from the mindset, the limited mindset of post-communist country. And because of that block was literally running my life. Subconsciously I was afraid to be successful in life, because I thought that if I'm successful, people are not gonna love me, people are not gonna like me. And you know, I had to learn that to really get rid of this block. And once I made it happen, obviously I became way more successful. So these are things that, you know, we are talking about today. And I was asking Mark, like, what is your input on it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's such a great story, and it's really important to, you know, keep things in mind like this when you're, you know, wondering where you're going and exactly how you want to get there, and you know, what you're really capable of, because you have to go back deep into yourself. And what I mean by that is go back into the past. Look at where you started. People don't know where to start when they want to like make these breakthroughs that they hear about. Like wanting to know, you know, how do I actually allow myself to step into that, you know, better version of myself? How do I allow myself to, you know, become that kind of next level, so to speak, as an entrepreneur, as a person, all these different kinds of things, whether it's money or something else, right? And the thing about it is you have to go all the way back to exactly where you started and say, what has my foundation always been? You know, what was my paradigm growing up? What have I always thought? And is that positive? Is it negative? What effect could that have on me now? Because most of our actions aren't actually governed by conscious thought. Most of our actions are all subconscious thought, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, you know, most of your actions every day, you're kind of not in control of what that is until you are in control. You know, once you actually decide to become in control and actually look at those different things, just take a step back from the rat race of life and all the distractions and all that kind of stuff, and say, look, since I was 5 years old, I've thought about money this way, and it's pretty negative, and I still think about it this way. Oh, and that's pretty negative. That's probably stopping me from becoming this, right? If I have a negative association with money, then I'm not going to get any money, most likely, because I don't want to subconsciously. And that's going to affect my actions, even though I might not want them to, you know, up here. If that makes sense. So if you can go all the way back and you can say, okay, what thoughts and what foundations, what paradigms and principles and stuff that I was taught or that I grew up around when I was young what were they, and how are they still affecting me now? Because if I haven't thought about them consciously until now, it means that I haven't actually changed them. They're still there, and they might even be stronger than I think. You know, and it's amazing the kind of stuff that you uncover when you go deep like that.
Right,
you know?
Because especially people, you know, most of people think that, especially when it comes to entrepreneurs, business owners who are building businesses, running their companies, most people think it's strategy, right? Mm-hmm. Most people think that, it's just like, I gotta implement this strategy, like these are the tips and tricks and strategies and marketing and sales strategy, da-da-da. But it's not necessarily true, right? Because the truth is that you can have the best strategy you want, and Swanigan Realty is saying, glad you broke that chain mindset. Oh yeah, totally. Because there are not that many people who want to talk about this, right? This topic, and we are like, let's talk about it. Like I totally want to talk about it, because when you break it down, this is the truth. Like people talk about like strategy, people talk about marketing, sales strategy, they talk about these new tips and tricks, whatever, but many people don't talk about the truth. The truth is, if you have limiting mindset around actually selling and closing people, you're never gonna make it in your business and in your life, like never. It's just because, like I said, it's blocking you, literally it's blocking you, right? And so I believe what is important is really to understand that in order to remove this, you have to increase the awareness level. right? You have to turn the unconscious or subconscious into conscious, which, by the way, it was a quote from Carl Jung. When you turn the unconscious into conscious, and until you turn the something like that, like until you turn the unconscious into conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate.
You have to. That's such an amazing point, and it brings up something that I've thought about a lot recently, and then also just over the years. You have to live with intention. You know, and I want to make the distinction here about
Some people might even not understand what is
intention. Exactly. So you know, I just said that most of our actions are governed by unconscious thought, right? Usually we're not in control until we actually have that awareness, right? Well, you want to actually live with intention where you want a specific result from your actions. Like you're actually doing something for a reason. You're experiencing something for a reason. You're making a decision for a reason, not for anybody else, not because of your circumstances, not anything like that. You're actually doing things because you want to have a specific result, or you want something for yourself, or you want something for other people, whatever it might be, just being aware of it and not just kind of floating around through life, right? And I want to make the distinction between living intentionally and living with intention. They're different. Living intentionally is embodying it. Like everything you do, every single thing you do in your life, you are clear and aware of your purpose, of what you're doing, of what you want to accomplish and get out of it. And that's how you live your life. You're not floating. You're very conscious and aware of what's happening, instead of just being intentional with specific little things here and there. Sometimes you are, sometimes you're not. You have to embody it to really get the result. And that's what it comes down to with your mindset as well.
And I want to also say that, so what he's saying is that you actually need to step into that reality, the new reality of you. Literally, you need to become it. You need to be it, you need to become it. When you step into the new reality, that is when you experience the quantum leap, literally, right? That's when you actually 5x your income, 10x your income. Decisively, because you step into new you becoming it, you are being it, you are embodying it, and that is when it's happening, right? That's the difference between with intention and embodying that, right?
And if you're not aware, if you don't have that awareness level of all these things about yourself, if the awareness level is not there, then really you're acting in delusion. You know, without the awareness, you can't be intentional. And if you're not aware, then really everything about
that's
it
a good point. That's like a huge point what you just said. Like you are living the illusion. So think about it, guys. Basically, if you are not living intentionally, if you are not embodying it who you want to be, you are living in illusion. So most of people think that having big goals, having big dreams, it's illusion. Right? Oh, you dreamer. You crazy. Right? Who are you to think this? The truth is, you are creator. You are powerful creator. You can create anything you want, but it's up to you. But you cannot think that it's actually illusion, obviously, because if you think it's illusion, obviously you're not gonna live that, right? But the truth is, what is actually illusion is the opposite of what is illusion. That is illusion, because your life is running you. You're being run by your life. You're being run by your subconscious, and your subconscious is influenced by your past, the way you were raised, the environment, and so on. And so that is actually the illusion. And it's your job to break free from the illusion, get rid of this limited mindset, especially around money. Money, nothing wrong with money. Like, hello, we are in Ritz-Carlton. Feels good to be here, as far as I know, you know. And why are we not in like 1-star hotel? Like, let's just be honest. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it, because it's really pissing me off when people are hiding behind, I'm a spiritual and I kind of don't care about money, but then I'm suffering because I'm not able to take care of my family, and then like my days are miserable because I'm not able to pay for my meal. Like I have to worry, how am I gonna pay for this thing? Like you know what I mean? So let's just break it down and like let's talk about the truth here.
And it's okay if you have a negative mentality when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Oh my god, that is so good. I have to emphasize it's okay to have negative mentality around money, as long as you are able to admit it.
Exactly. As long as you're willing to admit it to
So
yourself
good.
and you
That
can
is so
accept
good.
it, it's okay. In fact, it's necessary to accept the fact that you do before you can actually change it and break through it. If you never do, if you never allow yourself to accept that,
You are
then
living in
you're
denial.
You're living in denial.
And because you are living in denial, you are not able to change your reality. And because you are not able to change your reality will stay as it is.
Yeah, if
Right.
you don't know a problem exists, then you can't solve a problem.
Which is again
Right.
back to the quote from Carl Jung: until you turn the unconscious into conscious, you will call it fate, and it will direct your life.
Yep, exactly. So if you really want to get to like the level in business or personally that you want to, it's all about finding those frameworks and paradigms that your subconscious is living under, so you can intentionally break through them
Right.
and actually take the actions that are getting you a specific result, and not have random results come to you because other things are dictating the outcomes. You
Right.
want to control the outcomes, and once you have the awareness, then you can do that. You can implement the intention, and you'll be good. Right? Then you can start to grow as fast as you want to grow. There's no limit to that. When you have that whole framework in front of you, you say, oh yeah, I just need to take specific actions. So what problems am I solving, and why?
Yeah.
Why do they exist? How did they
Right.
get created? How long have they been there? What could that have been doing to me? And then going from there, right?
But at the same time, like these things are so powerful to first of all understand and second of all apply. But if you are entrepreneur, business owner, it's good to do the mindset work, but you also need to combine it with practical steps, and you need to execute daily, right? Because then you have another extreme, people who are only studying mindset thing.
Right.
What's going on here? What is that?
It's a Navy horn. Okay, so
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, there's a lot of boats out here, and there's
It's like a Navy horn.
a Navy horn just went off.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what else? What was I saying? Oh yeah. So you have to actually do also. You have to take the practical steps every day. You have to execute, because there are people who only study mindset, people who just focus on mindset, people who just meditate, people who just read books on mindset all the time. They're in the gathering mode all the time, but they don't actually practically execute. They don't take steps that are necessary to execute.
Such a good
Because
point.
you need to guys take freaking action every single day, especially if you are perfectionist. Especially because then you are going to procrastinate, which I already recently did a video on this, like paralysis analysis, like how to overcome that. Because honestly, when you think too much, you're never gonna execute. So you have to, it's a balance. It's really balance that you need to implement into your life, into your business. Balance between mindset, balance between actual execution, everything we are talking about today combined together, and that create beautiful synergy and balance in between those different elements, and that when you apply that into your business and your life, you will create success.
Yes.
So he's asking, where are you guys at? We are in California.
Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah?
Ritz-Carlton and Marieta Del Rey.
Yeah.
Ritz-Carlton and Marieta Del Rey, beautiful place here. It's a little cloudy today, but it's still beautiful because it's California. That's what I love about being here.
Yep. Yeah, so that being said, guys, I'm also gonna share this video on my other platforms, YouTube, my other IGTV, Immigration Biz, and what else? Maybe LinkedIn? Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely YouTube. And here's the deal. If you guys feel like you do want to dig deeper into this, you do want to remove your limiting beliefs,
Or find out what they are.
and you are finally ready, to step up and create the next level of your business, and then step into the best version of yourself, I'm actually going to do a program for people who are ready for this. It's gonna be program for only 5 people, and the reason is that I want to keep it small. I want to make sure that I deliver, and if you are interested, you can message me. And here's the deal, I'm also going to give you there's going to be section in the program where Mark will join me, and he is providing actually, should we tell them?
No.
It's a secret. It's a secret. I'm not gonna publicly disclose it. For those who are interested, you guys can message me directly here on Instagram, or maybe Facebook if you're watching on Facebook, and we take it from there.
I will say one thing.
He goes like mindset, action, success. Yeah, actually I love this.
Yeah.
I love this mindset, action, success.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
it goes to the thought that I just had just now. It's something that I love that one of my mentors shared with me a long time ago. He said, knowledge is power, but really only applied knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power. Yes, it's potential energy, but it means nothing without application.
Yep.
And that knowledge that you have, it has to be across a full stack of things, because everything is tied together in your life and your business. I've always operated under the philosophy of personal development is business development. You don't develop your business without the personal side.
Yeah, because it's so connected. Business and life is connected. If people actually, some people are like, no, I separate my business from life. Well, that's not true, because you are your brand. What you do in your personal life is reflected in business, and vice versa.
Yeah. Even in your everyday activities, if you're doing something, let's just say you're going shopping. Let's talk about money again. Let's talk about on the topic. If you're going shopping and something is the same price that you charge, let's say it's $1,000. You charge $1,000, and then you see something that costs $1,000, and you have a negative reaction to that $1,000 price point of what it is that you're seeing. Well,
that's so good.
If that's your mindset about $1,000, you're not going to have much success actually selling $1,000 for anything. Yeah.
So basically, you need to, and that is actually awesome way to check in, how is your mindset? Because if you feel triggered by certain price point or people coming to you selling you something, if you're feeling triggered, that is typically perfect example of the money block. And you can just pay attention every time you feel triggered, and you just notice, okay, this is what's going on, and then you can consciously rewrite the limiting beliefs you have. And this is something that I will be covering in the upcoming program that we mentioned. So really it comes down to the awareness, and then once you become aware this is going on, then you consciously choose different action, and then consciously you start behaving in different way. And again, it comes back to what we already discussed, you stepping into that future self, your new self, you becoming that new self. You're not just going to talk about it, you actually becoming that person, right?
Yeah.
And that is how you are shifting and changing your reality. And you apply this same principle in your personal life, in your obviously business, whatever you want to create. If you don't step into it, if you don't embody it, if you don't become it, it will never come to you. You will be just chasing it. And so,
it's such a great point.
And you don't need to chase.
Yeah, exactly. That applied knowledge, you can't actually take those actions. Like we've said, you can't take those actions if you don't know why you're taking those actions and what you're actually trying to solve in the first place, what you're trying to fix, what blocks you're trying to remove, right? So that applied knowledge and living intentionally and decisively like that, it requires you to actually do the work to get clarity on exactly what's going on with you and exactly what those triggers might be. The sales was a great one. If somebody's selling you something and you're triggered, you don't like it, well, that's an indication probably of your mentality towards sales in general, and it's going to stop you from making as many sales as you could. So little things like that, we'll dig deep into that kind of stuff. There's another horn.
Let's show them. We gotta show you guys.
Horn, this boat.
That's the boat making the horn. That's it. That is it.
Yeah. So I said a Navy horn earlier. I don't know that for sure. The guy has a Navy shirt on.
Yeah. Never mind.
Said, yeah.
Right. So finish it, because it was great what you were saying.
When you find those little signals,
you are triggered. That's the trigger, and you just pay attention.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It's an everyday little trigger, everyday little signal that you can say how am I responding to this? Oh, why am I getting a little bit frustrated right now because this person is looking like they might want to sell me something? Why do I have this mentality? Because if you're aware of that, then you can say, okay, now I can dig deeper into the why and the specifics and take that applied action that we're talking about to remove that block and make you more comfortable with the actual process that's going to ultimately increase your sales.
Right.
Whatever skill you might have now, they will be enhanced by that because you remove the block.
Yeah. And at the same time, don't put pressure on you, because also in this process of changing your limiting beliefs, you're going to feel uncomfortable, and it's good if you're just patient with yourself and understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's a process, it's everyday work, and be okay with that, right? Be okay with where you're at, and at the same time have a vision of who you are becoming,
great.
and be okay with the change, because there is a lot of change governing our existence, and many people just resist the change.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can go so deep on these
So deep,
topics,
and,
like
and,
we
and
can,
we will. We will.
and we will.
We will.
But
yeah, we can talk about this all day.
we can talk about it. Actually, I gotta go. Like I have a
Yeah.
massage in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal. If you are interested, if you want to dig deeper, if you enjoy this conversation, you are absolutely welcome to message me, and we can take it from there.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Just even if you're not going to talk to us deeper about this, I would really encourage you to still think deeper into yourself, because what you just said is really powerful. Is you have to understand the now if you want to create the future. If you don't know the facts
You gotta
of today,
master the now, guys.
Yeah.
Master the
Master the
now.
now.
All you have is now. Master the moment, and you will master your future.
Exactly.
So that's probably the last thing I wanna.
Yeah, we can end on that.
Yeah,
we can
so-
end on that. We'll go deeper. Yeah, for the people that we talked to. But yeah.
Stay tuned, guys, for our upcoming live streams. Thank you so much for tuning in. We totally appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, guys.